Alright, fellas, back in the flesh. We are back. Fantasy football is back. It's your beloved commish. Long last, or at long last. Long gone, whatever you want to call it. The commish is back. The leaguester. Want to apologize for the delay, fellas. Been real busy the last couple of years, man. Had a couple of seeds, man. Up here in Philly with hustle and bustle, man. It's just hectic right now. And as you can see, I'm doing this video right now from the friendly confines of, I'm on a road doing some preseason work with the NBA, but the only time I get to do something like this is when I have quiet. Quiet, you hear that? It's quiet. No kids running around, no nagging ass wife telling me to do a never-ending honey-do list or whatever. It's the best being on the road. I love it. Wish the season can go 12 months straight. So anyway, I'm gonna try and get these done a couple of, weeks, every other week or whatever like that, as much as I can. But I do have a lot of fun doing it. I know you guys take a lot out of it, have fun with it. So I'm gonna try to keep it going this year, so we can keep the best fantasy league on the net going. So without further ado, we're gonna go a quick draft recap, and then we're gonna go week 1 recap. At this point, it's Wednesday, September 11th. Shout out to all the fallen soldiers on 9/11. Real talk. And then do a quick week 2 preview, and that'll be that. So I got my trusty notes here. I'm gonna go over a few things. Wrote it really small and quick right now, but Baker's Dozen Fantasy Football League. We're going to start with the defending champion, Tim Duncan's Mad Magicians. What is he, Cruising Cripplers or whatever? Nice 1-2 punch in Brady and Lacey. Has some other stars on his team, but they have injury history. He's going to have to be mindful of that. He has good value with Alfred Morris as well. Good value there. Around the running game, he'll keep pounding it out. Dane Irving, nice 1-2-3 punch. Surprisingly enough, he has a pretty good team. Nice draft. Andrew Luck, LaShawn McCoy, Ryan Matthews, all doing work for Team Dane. What is he, like the black card, worldwide black card men or whatever? Jordy Nelson. He has a very good team. Good value with Matty Ice, too. Somebody's going to need a quarterback, maybe John Garrett. He has, I don't know who he has, but maybe he has like Cam Newton or something like that. But anyway, he's going to need a lot of players. We'll get to his team later. Bronze came into the league a couple of years ago, took the league by storm, winning back-to-back championships, got knocked off his high horse last year, I think by Jimmy Jones or somebody, or maybe even Tim, but either way, he lost, looking to regain his championship, got the number 1 pick luckily this year, and he picked Peyton Manning. Cannot argue with that. Peyton Manning is a fantasy god. Solid running backs, but they do have injury concerns. I think he has Reggie Bush and someone else. Antonio Brown leads a solid wide receiver corps. Antonio Brown really goes under the radar, man. A lot of people don't know about him. That guy's a beast, and he gets the punt and kickoff yards, which is important in our league, the Baker's Dozen Fantasy Football League. D-Block. Oh my God, come on, son. Dude, I mean, I think the headmaster of the Gallaudet School for the Blind and Deaf can pick this team or whatever, man. Who the hell picked this team? Like, are you serious? A.J. Green, it might be your only commodity on this team. I'm surprised. And I think y'all scored a lot. I don't even know if y'all might have won week 1, which is like one of God's miracles, man. But this team, I swear, off top, I think it's like A.J. Green and like Pierre Garçon or whatever. But other than that, you got an injury-laden team, and I doubt you're going to score 100 points every 2 weeks or whatever, or in 2 weeks combined. Damn D-Block, man. Please. Anyway, Milo Dabney, really good draft, man. He almost got uninvited to the Labor Day barbecue because he drafted 2 of my guys right before me, man. That's why I hate you and Sam picking around me. But he got Phillip Rivers, who I was looking at, and Julius Thomas. Julius Thomas had a monster week, I think 30 points in week 1. He also has great running backs. He has good wide receivers. And oddly enough, he kept Josh Gordon. That's like the GM move of the year so far. Josh Gordon may be reinstated. I think he picked him with like 12th, 13th round or whatever, man. Oh my God, talk about value. But Josh Gordon may be back. Well, he will be back as soon as that new drug policy is ratified in the NFL. So nice job there, Milo. But don't come over looking for any more wings at the crib, man. Seriously. Sam, the freaking Ricans, Drew Brees, of course, on that quarterback run in the first round. Sam got in on it, got Drew Brees. Has a great wide receiving core, solid running back core. I don't really have names right now. I'm going back from app to app, but he has to decide who he's going to start, Ridley or Vereen. He picked both those guys, and you need to stay away from New England running backs, Sam. You're tripping. Yeah, maybe your glasses fogged up or whatever, or that ankle. Everybody wish Sam, get well soon. He broke his ankle, came to my crib the other week on a scooter, man. I swear, man. He looked like a recovering, Army vet or whatever, man. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, Kawhi. Kawhi has a nice team. Oddly enough, Kawhi, you have a nice team. Jamal Charles, Matt Stafford, Alshon Jeffrey. You got Cutler versus you have to worry about Alshon Jeffrey because he doesn't have an account anymore, and Jay Cutler doesn't like him. But Jeffries is nice, and you got the Seahawks D, even though you picked him about a round or two too soon. But nobody really has to worry about Kawhi. Kawhi's going to find a way to spike himself, and he's going to break his finger, and he's not going to be able to make his picks when the season comes around. So no one worries about Kawhi. He'll find a way to ruin it. Dre, no one worries about Dre. I mean, less than they worry about Kawhi. I mean, Dre, please, he's going to be too busy at the gym working out with Jimmy Jones spotting him. Dre's motto is trap or die. He got all his traps. He's always working on his traps, walking around looking like he's constantly saying, I don't know. But anyway, he has a good team. Dre is good receiving core. Chiefs defense, Ben Tate, who's injured already, and the underrated Giovanni Bernard, and he also has Aaron Rodgers. But he will probably forget to set his lineup. He'll lead the league in forgetting to set his lineup, so I'm not worried about him. Jimmy Jones, very good. He might have had the best draft. Got to worry about him. Strong running game, strong wide receivers. A lot of his team's success is going to depend on RG3, and based on his Week 1 performance, Jimmy's in trouble. He needs to holler at somebody has Matty Ice as their backup. They really need to holler at him. I think that might be Dane, but Moneymaker. Oh my God! If any of you want to see the perils of what can happen when you miss the draft and you have to depend on auto draft, just look at Team Moneymaker. I tell you, man, his team is shakier than a Polish space shuttle. There's nobody on his team, man. The only guy he has is Jimmy Graham, and I'm trying to fleece him for him by the end of next week. So I don't know what's going on. What is his name? John Garrett, definitely, man, my homie. Gotta holler at somebody, man. Your team is lower than worm vomit, and you need help, brother. 4 wide receivers, 4 wide bomb squad. My brother Corey, very good balance. Russell Wilson, man, doing work this year. I think he's going to have a great fantasy season. He might have the best running backs in the game with Le'Veon Bell and Marshawn Lynch, and he needs Cruz to pick it up. What's his name? Victor Cruz from the Giants, but that may not happen with Eli looking the way he's looking. But good team there. So that's the draft. I would say that Jimmy Jones probably had the best draft. Some other good teams out there. Oddly enough, Dane has a good team. But again, if you want to see what he's going to do, just see all the notes on Kawhi, because he, like Kawhi, will find a way to screw things up. Really quickly, let's go with Week 1 roundup. Week 1, we had. I gotta hurry up with this. I'm fine. I'm only 8 minutes. All right. So the Dynasty got things started off on the right way. We whooped up the defending champion Tim Duncan and his cruising cripplers, sent them back to the Caribbean islands, nursing a lot of wounds. 119 to 95. You guys can read the small points. It's really 119.4 to 95.8, but it sounds a lot cooler saying 119 to 95. Ass kicking. Monopoly beat up on Team D Block. It was a closer game than I thought it would be, looking at Team D Block's roster, but Monopoly did its thing, man. 125 to 118. Still don't see how that D Block team put up 118 points. I doubt they'll put up 118 points in any 3 weeks combined the rest of the season. Dre, New Jersey Philly Dre, he really needs a new name. I think he had that name 3 years ago, man. It's terrible. Loses to the 4 wide bomb squad, thinking of needing new names. 132 to 110. Jay Cutler led Team Daniel with 25 points, and Le'Veon Bell, man, did the thing for 4 wide with like 25, 26 points. Actually, between his 3 horses, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, and Le'Veon Bell, he almost had like 75, 76 points. Nice job there by Corey, the second coming. Let's see who else we have going on here. We had the Worldwide Black Card men absolutely putting the smackdown on Team Dabney, 131 to 103, led by Andrew Luck and his 34.9 points. Julius Thomas had a monster night, establishing himself as the top tight end coming into this season. 3 touchdowns and 28.4 points, but it wasn't enough as Team Dabney took the L. The freaking Ricans took down the so-called barbecue king, by 20 points, 119-99. Sam quietly has put together a little bit of a monster, and the Barbecue King at 0-1, I guarantee you will start to panic and ring you guys' phone like, I don't know, ringing your bell or whatever. He's going to be trying to throw out some BS trades to get that terrible team together. And the cream rose to the top, although he only had 83 points against the Team Moneymaker, who, I don't know, I think Team Moneymaker and D-Block may fight for like the top draft pick next year by finishing last this year, because 71 points isn't going to get it done. And like I said, man, you're going to have to parlay Jimmy Graham into about 3 starters, man. Don't miss the draft, John. You let me know when you can make the draft. When you don't have a bike race, you let me know when you can make it, and I'll set the draft for you based on this year's team, man. Anyway, week 2, really quickly. Preview for week 2. We have the worldwide black card men traveling to Philly to take on Team Dynasty. See how that one goes. Team Dabney is traveling to Middletown, Delaware to take on D-Block. Both teams trying to get into the win column as they both took L's in week 1. The Barbecue King and the cream to the top. This is the game of the week. These two guys talk more trash than a little bit, and I don't have a coin, so I'm going to use my Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce to flip. This is Jim. This is Qua. We'll see who wins. We have Qua winning the game against the cream rises to the top. So the cream will be no match for the barbecue sauce. So says the barbecue. The Barbecue King, so says the barbecue sauce. You know how to spell it. Anyway, Cruising Cripplers, 0-1, taking on Team Monopoly. The matchup of the last 2 years champions. Tim going to Philadelphia, the historic art museum in Philadelphia, to take on the Monopoly. See who goes and see who comes out with the win there. And Dre leaves the confines of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and goes all the way up to North Jersey to take on the freaking Ricans, seeing if he can break into the win column there. And the last game of the week is the 4-wide bomb squad, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, traveling over to San Antonio, Texas to take on John Guerra, trying to keep John Guerra out of the out of the win column. Team Moneymaker. Let's see what happens there, because we all know what money does. Money talks, and Moneymaker walks. We'll see what happens. I know that was corny and it can't end on that, but they all can't be winners. Flowing off the top of my head here. And some of you may think that is a lot of head. That's a lot to flow off of. But I got a billion useless facts up in the head, and they all can't be winners, man. I'm just trying to keep it going. But no, seriously, happy you guys are as active in the league as you are, man. Keep it up. It makes it a lot of fun. We'll see what happens in week 2. Try to do these every week to every 2 weeks for you guys, and we'll keep this league fun and interesting. This is the Commish League signing off. Thanks again, fellas. See y'all next week. Peace.